When it comes to high-rise and high-risk buildings, regulators and the construction industry are increasingly of the view that a facade breather membrane should have a minimum Euroclass A fire safety rating. But is Euroclass A rating enough? A1 membranes are designed purely for fire safety. A2 membranes offer full weather protection for the building, particularly with the highest W1 water tightness, according to EN 13859/2. A2 membranes provide the optimum combination of fire safety, breathability, durability, and W1 water tightness. This video compares the water tightness of two A1 facade membranes with an A2 membrane, Stamisol Safe 1. For the W1 water tightness test, the water column is filled with 200 mm of blue-dyed water to provide a 200 mm pressure head. The three different test samples are placed into the test rig, with the weatherproof side facing the water column. A white laboratory filter paper is placed on the other side of the membrane to capture any blue-dyed water penetrating the membrane. It is then covered with a glass pane and firmly sealed. Here we see the test rig. To pass the W1 water tightness test, a membrane must withstand at least 2 hours under pressure without any blue-dyed water penetrating the membrane. The test begins by opening the valve and starting the timer. Notice that both A1 facade membranes failed after only 5 minutes. A1 facade membrane X shows a blue spot indicating water penetration. A1 facade membrane Y. The test paper has already been saturated by the blue-dyed water. After 1 hour, both A1 facade membranes are now fully saturated. Notice that there is no water penetration at all with the A2 facade membrane, Stamisol Safe 1. After 2 hours, the valves are closed and the test samples removed and inspected. Both A1 facade membrane X and Y show significant water penetration across the full surface. However, A2 facade membrane Stamisol Safe 1 shows no water penetration, even after 2 hours. Here is a direct comparison of the test samples after test. Stamisol Safe 1 is the only coated facade breather membrane in the UK, combining high A2 fire safety and the best W1 water tightness. If a sample doesn't pass the W1 water tightness test, it is then tested to the W2 water tightness test. For the W2 test, 15 by 30 cm samples are clamped into the test rig. The test chamber is evenly filled with 2,250 milliliters of water within 1 minute. A pass is only achieved if, after a period of 3 hours, a maximum of 100 milliliters of water penetrates the membrane. The membrane is then considered watertight to only W2 according to EN 13111. If the membrane does not pass this test, it is automatically classified as W3. Here we compare how the three facade membranes perform with a W2 test. A camera is placed under the test rig to record any water penetrating the membrane, which is captured through a plexiglass pane. After only 3 hours, 220 milliliters of water has already passed through this membrane. It therefore failed the W2 water tightness test, and so it is automatically classified as W3. W3 is not fit for purpose in the UK. All these tests were carried out with brand new products. However, please note that all manufacturers are required to perform aging tests with 336 hours UV exposure with 90 days at 70 degrees Celsius, EN 1928, before performing water tightness tests. Stamisol Safe 1 has passed an independent W1 water tightness test. It has been certified W1 with over an impressive 5,000 hours UV aging test. Be sure, do the right thing. Ask for test certificates to prove that the membrane is at best passes the W1 water tightness test, or at the very least, passes the inferior W2 test.